Morning guys, John here. Hey, look at this. So I put a little bit of that Rustzilla all over my battery box area. I cleaned out the old battery box, cleaned up the edges, trimmed that up, got it all separated and unspot welded. So I put some of that Rustzilla on there. I'm hoping that's gonna, like, you know, do something for the rust. We'll see. Anyway, and then over here, here's our battery box. Now I got online and looked around a little bit. I really can't find a battery box that'll fit this car. So I'm gonna have to make one. But this also is got to be strong enough to hold the front of that fender up. The fender, the whole nose and everything. I'm not sure what gauge steel this is. I'm going to figure it out. I'll get the same gauge, but then I got to figure out how to shape it and form it. Got a couple ribs in it, I guess for strength, and I'm just going to see if I can duplicate this thing. Okay, I found a piece of steel. It looks to be at least as heavy as the original. Actually, it seems a little heavier. It's just some piece of steel. I don't even know where I got this. It was a piece of scrap steel, but it's big enough because I got to be like, it's like 22 by 12 and a half by the time I figure I got to make the bends and folds and everything. So I'm going to take the Steel Demon and see if it does it. It ought to, right? I saw it got damp or something. Now it doesn't run so good anymore. So I don't know. We'll see. Well, that ain't much good. I really don't think that's doing it. Seems like a thick metal blade would cut through thick and thin, but maybe not. No good. It's hot. Really, really hot. So, Steel Demon is not going to work on that. Looks to be 14 gauge steel. So the way I see it, I got two other choices. Sawzall with a metal blade, which does work. I can get on it. Cut that. Well, that wasn't so bad. Huh. Wasn't the end of the world, was it? So I got that cut. I know the zip cut would have heated it all up and distorted stuff. So, and this is a pretty heavy chunk. It's actually, I think, heavier than the original equipment. I mean, it's pretty thickish. So that cut's pretty decent, pretty straight. All right, so now I'm looking straight down on my old rotted out one, and there is an angle here. I guess I ought to keep that because that matches this angle here. So I guess I got to keep that. Okay, so I got this thing here, raised spot, and I think that's what lends the strength because this is a body mount here, and you need that. And I don't know if there's one on the other side too. This is this side, see, because this side's all rotted out. I can't tell. So I imagine there's one on that side too. So what I got going on is this right here. But I don't even know if this is gonna work. But I've got it in the press. I've got that piece of bar stock and I got that piece of channel there. And I got it lined up so it's squishing it down to that channel. I'm gonna take a hammer and beat it down on the flanges and see if it comes out. Okay, so I pressed two divots in here. I just used the press and it worked pretty good. I had to pound it back to flatten it out. I probably should have put that on film, but I didn't. But I'll tell you what, it's strong because I'm trying to bend this right here and it does not want to bend. It's tough. So I'm gonna have to force it. I'm gonna have to pound across here. And this is why I fail origami. I bend stuff and they do that. I thought that was gonna come together. So much for that. Well, maybe I can bend it. No, it's pretty flat. So I probably won't worry about this actually. I'll probably weld that up to there and then I'll trim this off because I don't need that. Oh wait, this is what I need. I don't need this one. So I'll probably trim that off even with that. Weld that shut, make it strong. All right, I got a couple more corners to bend up, and we'll see what it looks like. Oh boy, and I got out the big guns. It's doing it though, by golly. Ah, did it. That's awesome. I think that's gonna be pretty rugged. So I got one more fold to make. Hopefully it's not as much of a struggle as that one was. Okay, so I got this pretty set up. I got to bend this flange. Basically going to represent this or recreate this. But you know what I decided? I don't think I need this downward dip. I'm just going to make it all this level because that's the only thing that actually hooks anything. The rest of this just all got to be the same. I don't think I need to go through that extravagance. So I'm going to start pounding this out using my favorite body hammer, also known as a mason's hammer. All right, I think I got it pretty close. It ain't perfect, but I think this is gonna work. Now I gotta bend this piece over, and then I'm gonna fit it in. And if it fits, I'm gonna trim what I have to make it fit, and then I'm gonna do some welding. But this is pretty strong. I think this is gonna do it. Well, I knew I'd come to this sooner or later because I'm in a box now. I'm boxed here on this side, boxed on this side, and I gotta bend this up, and I got no real place to put it where I can pound over. I like pounding over an edge like this. Or in the case of the brake, I could take these out because you can form a box in this brake by taking out some of the sections. I get down to this end, the sections get narrower so you can kind of fit it in. Maybe I'll just try to use the brake. I didn't think it would work on that, but maybe it's worth a shot. Okay, busted out a tooth. Well, I didn't really bust it out. These come right out. It's not a big deal. This is just so you can make a box with this brake. So, let's see if it works. I've got it kind of corrugated, so I'm not sure it's really going to work for me, but we're going to give it a whirl. It's 8 inches. Guess I got to loosen that up a little bit. Can't do it. Just too much. Ooh, maybe I could just shove it. Yeah! There we go. It worked. Wow, that's gonna be strong. Whew! Tell you what. I'm gonna try to tighten this down a little more. See if I can do that. Of course, I'm really stressing the old brake out, aren't I? Yes, I are. Well, it's a little too tight. I'm gonna have to go over to the other side where I can take partial teeth out. Of course, you know, I think at this point, I could take a hammer and smack it down. All right, so that's there. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. That's working. Beautiful. Kind of got it. Now I got to see if there's some way I can get it to fit in the car. Okay, I got this battery box just about done. I got it all welded up in the corners. That's a pretty heavy weld, but I I wound up with this being too high. This is that piece that originally did have a dip down in it. So I wasn't gonna do that, but I wound up with the whole thing being a little too high, so I am gonna do it. So what I did is I took the grinder, the zip cut tool, and just made 2 slices to make a gap there. Now I gotta pound it out. And I put a couple additional slits in because I don't think that was gonna flatten out with that angle. You know, that way it breaks that angle. I'm hoping that I can bend that down now. What do you think, buddy? Easy now, this is a family show. Okay, so,
No, we're good.
Huh?
We're good.
That's good?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're doing. You got like a double bend going there.
Yeah.
Okay, so now where do I heat it?
Right here. No.
Okay.
Yeah, now I heat it. Oh. Yeah, heat it there, and I got to take it up.
All right. Well, my buddy Colt's here, and he's helping me. We're gonna rebuild this battery hold down clamp because it's all rusted away. So this is 5/16 rod, and that's what I got, some 5/16 rod, and we're just going to heat it up and bend it.
I'm Colt. I'm the handsome feller.
You are a handsome feller. Good God. Shameless.
Camera shy, too.
You're what? Camera shy? Oh, yeah, I know you are.
Yeah. Where'd that thing go?
What thing you looking for?
The one that's already made.
Oh, it's right here.
You hit it on me.
I thought you already had it planned in your...
Well, you know.
You've got that CAD mind of yours.
Okay. You just got to heat at the corner and bend that way. Okay.
Yeah, that's because it got bent the wrong way.
No, we're good.
Okay, let me heat you up.
Okay.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
That's what the guy said jumping out of the airplane. So far, so good.
That camera's not on, is it?
Yeah, it is. Oh, okay. You're on, buddy.
All right, I was going to tell you.
Why, you're going to start swearing at me? All right, I can see that. Get edited out.
Back to work. See where this is headed.
So far. Oh, you're demented. Oh, this is like blacksmithing 101. You're there, buddy.
Okay.
Beautiful.
It's not quite a 90.
Bring it back some. See it?
A little bit more, huh?
Not less.
Okay.
That looks good, though. What do you think?
Ooh, boy.
That's it.
Any better, it'd be perfect.
Oh, boy. We don't want none of that. Nothing about this car is perfect. Okay, what do we got there? Yeah, it looks pretty similar, don't it?
Yep.
Now you just got to do the other end.
Just gonna mark it right there, John. Put a little mark on the
Where?
at the turn. Oop.
It can be wider.
Okay.
That's not critical. What's critical is this, the distance.
Yeah. I think we got that pretty good. Okay.
It's gonna be a 45. You got it's locked in the vault.
Close to it, yeah.
It's stuck in your head now.
Brad, please.
Well, it should be like 45 in back, right? Oh, that's my phone ringing.
I didn't bend where we... This looks pretty damn spiffy.
Huh?
Look at here. What do you think?
I think that's it.
All right. I marked
I think
that
that's
one.
it.
I think I marked a little too far though.
All we got to do is make sure it winds up the same length here.
Yep.
So things work even.
Okay. Is that where the mark needs to be, you think? Or
I think we're pretty close.
I just go above that line there.
Yeah.
And we bend it.
You can
And that's
eyeball
gonna
a little bit.
Yeah. So far, eyeballing's working.
Good work, Colt.
All right.
Nice.
We'll heat that up.
Oh crap, dropping stuff. Ooh! All right, here we go.
The ground's getting further away.
I've noticed that too. There we go, we're getting close. You there? You got enough heat on it?
So,
Here he goes, the master bender.
the master bender.
Nope.
Nope.
We need more heat, buddy.
Yep.
All right, I can heat it in there.
Okay.
Beautiful. Ain't it? Well, we'll tune it up a little bit.
Well, that's pretty darn close.
That's pretty good. I don't think we're gonna get a whole lot better. Well, we got to do something with that. We got to get that squared up.
We've got to bend that over anyway.
What, this?
That's got to go this way to this.
Yes.
So if we heat it up there again, same spot.
Flatten it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Okay.
There you go.
Boy, it's close.
It's nice having a nice flat table, ain't it?
It is.
That's pretty close.
I'd say.
I think that'll work, actually.
Okay.
So, now we gotta get
So
that.
we got to mark it there. We got to do a 90. It's got to go back that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, in relationship to this.
Yeah. It's got to heat this. That should be it right there. What we need to do, if it's not right,
I think you need a little more.
you think so? Yep. Yeah, you sure can. You sure do. Yeah, pound that. Okay. I think that'll do it.
No, I really want to hit it a bunch.
No. It's almost like a maze.
Is it a 90?
It's close.
It's close enough. You know why? Because that thing's got to spring in. Oh, let's see what we've got here. Oh, that's pretty good, Colt.
Anymore, you'd have to go out to buy a new part.
Now, you got to make that little doohickey, but that's not as critical, believe it or not.
No, I don't think that's here. Can you pound that flat?
On what flat?
Right here.
I will do that later.
Okay.
Because we'll get her. So that's a 92 going in that direction.
Well, it's close.
And then bring it back.
Ooh.
Boy, I just can't keep stuff on tables. We can't understand why that rod's so hot. I can't figure it out. Oh, that's perfect. That is. That's good. That's good. So now we just got to get this
Got this
bend
back.
so it comes back and then we'll cut it off. We got it.
Do you think it needs to go a little more?
Nope, it doesn't because it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Where'd our old one go? Down there. I should have showed you how that thing worked in the first place.
Go ahead and look at perfection, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But I got to be pretty pinpoint on how I heat it. So I got to put the camera down.
Okay.
I think that'll do it, Colty. Uh-huh.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
All right.
So how far where do we got to cut it off?
About 2 inches. Not even.
Not even. All right. So you're trying to tell me this is the first time you've ever built a 70 Cadillac battery hold down device.
Sure is. It's the first chance, first try.
I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work because it just flops down in here.
Yeah, I don't think
My lighting's terrible. Anyway, yeah, it just sits in there, bumps against the battery, and hooks into the little hook on the side.
Hold on a minute.
Oh, that ain't gonna help. Oh, it is helping. Right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That hook's there. That holds the battery. I got to weld the hooky thing on that side for the other end of the battery, and then we're gonna be golden. I'll only have 4 or 5 days into building this battery box.
Yeah. 4 or
pretty
5
good, huh?
days you had to spin.
Okay, I spent way too much time on this battery box, but I'm getting there. So I got my body mount hole drilled in the middle. I'm gonna get it painted up. I'm gonna let it set, and then I'm going to weld it in, and then I'm gonna retouch up all the weld spots. I even have this all primed up, and I'm gonna paint it, the little rod. I think I got it bent right, but I might have to make adjustments to it. So there might be some paint touch up on that too. And the spot where it lives, I got that pretty cleaned up, prepped, primed, and painted. So I'm gonna weld that in and get this so it's hanging right. I gotta get this hanging right so I can get that door lined up. It's funny how one thing leads to another, you know? It just, one thing after another and one thing leads to another. There we go. So, call that good, I think. Now the back side. Or the bottom, as it may be. I like the feel of this Krylon paint. Really comes out. So you gotta be careful not to get runs. I mean, it's really really coming out of there. I gotta keep moving or it just piles right up. But it lays it on like, almost like using a spray gun. Okay, now I think that's good. We got both sides, top, bottom, whatever it is, side to side, looking great. Okay, I say we get away from this battery tray for a while. I've already spent way too much time on it. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around and watching that. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And we'll see you on the next one.